So you guys, this is the yard. I have a little 2-month-old puppy German Shepherd. That's him screaming in the background. Once you're sitting next to him, he's okay. You walk away for a few seconds, he'll be having attitude, so just ignore his voice in the background. But this room here, this is the generator room, and that's the pulley, what they call the water. I'm trying to get back. There it is, because it's not very tall. That's the pulley tank. That's where the water is connected to the house. This is the house I'm living in. I'm renting for now for like a year until I find a good plot of land to build my own house. But this is behind the generator house. This how the house was built. So I'm gonna have my nephew and some neighbors, boys. They will get me some good red dirt and some black garden soil. They will fill this whole area. You see the whole area? It's all the way around. Of course, they're gonna clean it up properly. They'll clean up all this dirt. They'll move that one, all of the painting stuff. They will move all of that stuff. But they will fill this whole area. Except this area has a little cement. They will leave it like that. But they fill the rest of the area with garden dirt. I don't know what it is. I met this here, so I'm going to leave it here. I'm not sure what kind of plant, what kind of tree that is. This whole area this other area is cement. They will leave it like that. And the rest of the area, this is sand. There are 3 beaches around us. That's why this whole area is full of sand. The whole, not just this building. The whole neighborhood or the whole city is filled with white crystal looking sand because we're surrounded by 3 beaches. One beach is 5 minutes, another one 10, another one is 15 minutes away by driving. So we'll fill this up with some garden dirt. Here goes the other side. This is a well. That's where the water comes from to go into the tank and it's purified and get into the house. This whole area will be filled. They will fill this whole area up with some black garden dirt for me. They know where to find them. This whole area will be filled with black garden dirt, and I will do my garden. I started yesterday. They filled some of this section up, but they didn't fill it up properly. Well, that's my papaya, or in Liberia, Africa, we call it pawpaw. That's my papaya tree right there. I met these flowers, so I just left them. I'm not sure what they're called, but they're pretty, so I just left them here. Some flowers sprinkled out. We'll drop some seeds. I can't remember now. That's a little tiny little moringa tree, and that's a potato greens, or you guys in America call it sweet potatoes. So this is sweet potato stem, and this is moringa tree. That's a flower I met here. We sprinkle a lot of seed. What we sprinkle? They pepper seed. We planted garlic, hot pepper. What else? We didn't do onion. We planted. I can't remember, but we planted some bunch of. So wherever you see this flat area, these are all seeds we planted. This is my moringa tree. We got some leaves coming up. It's my moringa tree. I might take it with me when I'm going. I should have put it in a bucket or something so I can pick up the whole bucket. But let's see how far it grew within a year. We planted a whole bunch of seeds here. I planted some lemon or lime seeds, or eggplant. We call it bitter ball. Some people call it garden egg, kittle seed. So a lot of seeds over here. You can see my nephew didn't even dig in the ground properly. So as we know, as it rains, and as we continue to water it, it will go down. So they will fill it up some more. But I'm waiting for my seed to come up. Once they get to a good size, I will have them fill this other section up some more with some more garden dirt. But for now, let the seed come up. So all this area that you see, we have seeds there. We planted some seeds just yesterday. Yesterday, July what? I forgot what day that was. Saturday. Today is Sunday morning. So that's how it is. Now here goes the other side. There's a driveway in between, and then you see all that thing all the way to that bush. You see that bush of flower? I had them fill them up with garden dirt. And we planted something we call cassava, or some people call it yucca. So if you don't know, in Liberia we eat the cassava leaves and we eat the cassava, so we don't really waste anything. This here, is it yam or edos? I think it's yam. That's yam right there. So along this whole bank we planted cassava. You see it sticking out. My nephew and I did it. Like I said, I met some of these flowers over here, so I just left them. But these are all my cassavas. He said in 3 months it can be ready for 3 to 4 months it's ready for harvest. I didn't know that, so he must know. So along this whole bank, we have a cassava farm right up in here. See? And we'll stop right here. This pretty flower. So from this pretty flower all the way to where you see the other pretty flower, I want to walk to that end. But let me show you since I'm here. The rest of this here is still empty. It just looks like it just has to waste some cement and stuff. But this can go down, I think almost 10 feet. The dirt you're looking at, it can go down, because I have my nephew to dig one of them on the other side. It goes really deep. There's no concrete to the bottom. So they're going to fill all of this up with some more black and red garden dirt. I will leave that. I met this flower. I will just leave it there. I don't know what kind of flower it is. Whoever's watching, let me know what kind of flower this is. I don't know. It's kind of cute and pretty. But I'm going to leave it here. And we're going to fill that up some more. We're going to fill that up some more with some more black garden dirt. Fill it up, and that will plant me some more stuff. I see a lot of those flowers are here. I don't need all these flowers. Listen, you bought your land or you're renting your land, it's time for your land to feed you. All this flower. I don't eat flowers. I eat food. I will leave some of the flowers, of course, but some of them gotta go because we gotta eat. The price of food. Yeah, granted, food in this country is pretty cheap, but if I have good soil and good climate all year round, there is no reason why I shouldn't grow my own food. I don't understand how people can live in this country with all this rich soil, fertile soil, fruitful ground, good weather, and they still go to the market every day to shop for food. I don't understand that. So the land, the property the house is on, the whole compound is paved. So I really couldn't grow anything. But since he has these little pockets of areas, I figure I can fill them up with some black garden dirt. Fill them up nicely and grow as much. And it's enough. Really, it's not, for what I want to grow, it's pretty much enough space. This is the other side of the house. It's right opposite. See? This is the other side. It's filled with flowers. So I think I'll just leave the flowers like that. I won't touch them. Maybe I will sprinkle 1 or 2 peppers and tomatoes in between them. So like I said, this whole strip is going to be more like a cassava farm. We'll plant a whole lot of cassava all the way through here. And then at the end of the cassava strip, we have our little papaya or papa tree. I'm going to let them clean this one up too. I'm going to leave that flower there. I want to fill this rest of this section off with some more garden dirt. And I'm going to plant as much as I can plant. So this is the backyard. And that's the back porch of the house that I'm renting for 1 year. And people say, why are you renting? Well, number 1, it's cheap. Number 2, if you just move into the country after 30 years of living abroad, I don't think it's wise to just buy a house from the U.S. So I figured, let me come and rent a house. While I'm here for a year, I can look around, search around, ask around, survey around, do some research, and find exactly the area that I want to live in. Buy me a plot of land or an acre of land, and then start to build my house where I can monitor it. My dream house, I will build it right here. I mean, in this country, not in this area. But I advise anyone, if you move into a country, don't, unless you trust people out there, but otherwise, go there, rent a house, live for 1 year. But if you find somebody who you have a very good contact that you trust, then use them to buy your land, use them to monitor and build your house, and come down every 3-4 months to come and see the process. And that's what I also do. That's part of my company. It's called Veggie Agency. I'm purchasing land for people. I've purchased already 4 plots for 2 different people, because each of them want 2 plots. Another person wants an acre. So I've purchased that already for my clients. And I told them they are free and welcome to come anytime, or they can even surprise me, come and pay a surprise visit to see your land, to see the progress of your house being built. And some people buy their own land, they build their own house. Some people, they ask me to buy their land and they build their own house. That's also fine. I can also buy your land and build your house if you want. Either way, I'm okay with that. But this is the view of the back porch, the backyard of the house. Like I said, that's the well. And all those little sandy areas, I'm going to fill them up with nice black garden dirt. And my garden will continue from, let me zoom in. My garden will continue from where you see my moringa tree, my papaya tree, those beautiful flowers. My garden will continue from there all the way around. We have to leave the ladder up there because sometimes you have to check the water tank. You have to wash it and clean it. And there's some filters on the bottom right there. So this is it. There's more of that stuff around there. I can also fill them up and plant more. So I still think even though the whole compound is paved, I still think I have pretty much enough space for now to grow my tomatoes, all of my vegetables, cucumbers. I brought some bell pepper seeds. I brought some rosemary and mint and some other seeds with me. Strawberries. I brought apple seeds. I brought grape seeds. I brought pear. So I still have enough space, and I got me some empty buckets. I got me some empty bags, like the rice bags, the burlap, what they call the burlap bags to grow food in. Yep. So this is it. Leave all your comments, your suggestions below. And I'm into composting. So since this is the back portion, this is the kitchen area. Whenever we cook, I have a trash can in the kitchen. I told my nephew, any food products, it must go into its own bin. And then every day we don't let it sleep there, because he let it sleep there for 1 or 2 days. Flies and mosquitoes and maggots was inside. I told him that's the last time it's gonna happen. So every time we cook, we eat any bones, anything, onion skin, peelings, whatever, we come and bury them in the garden, because those are very good. Those are nutritious for the soil, and it breaks down. When it's breaking down, it's releasing organisms and bacteria and stuff that is good for the soil. So we bury stuff every day. We bury kitchen scraps right up in here to feed these guys. And then also I have 2 dogs, Angel and a little German Shepherd puppy. Sometimes they poop in the sand over here. We just bury it. We don't even, before I used to tell my nephew to scoop it up and go flush in the toilet. Not in the sand. If they used to poop on the surface here. Now I told him, whether they poop on the surface or in the sand, just dig a hole, bury them in the garden. That's fertilizer. And they use cow poo, chicken poo, and goat poo, or goat manure for fertilizer. So we got some now. That's it. Thank you guys.